Leo. Welcome to your December 2016 RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. This month I will be using the beautiful Tarot Art Nouveau in conjunction with the runes. This deck is by Antonella Castelli. And then be sure to join me for part 2 over on my Vimeo on demand page. The link is below. Just click or tap show more. I'm going to be pulling one card from Madame Endura's fortune cards for you for your spiritual guidance for the month of December. And this deck is by Christine Philippak. I do also want to let you know that your career scope for 2017 is over on my Vimeo page as well. So if you are curious about what's coming up for you career-wise, financial-wise, academic-wise, any of that good stuff, definitely run over there and check that out after this video. But let's jump into December for my Lions and see what is happening for Leo. All right. Now, as always, Leo, these are general readings, so you know what that means. You're going to want to check the video for your rising sign as well, because that can give you some additional messages, additional info about what's going to be going on for you in the month of December. If you would like far more specific messages, guidance, information, definitely contact me at runescopes4you@gmail.com. That email address is here in the video and also below where all of those other details are. Contact me, we can set up an appointment and definitely take a look at anything that you are curious or concerned about right now. I do my readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. And I do have holiday gift certificates available. If you would like to give the gift of a reading to a friend or loved one, just contact me. Now's a really good time to get it done though. We can get a nice long view, a nice view at 2017 for you personally and what's going to be coming up. And you can beat the rush if you book it in December, because I do tend to book up really quickly in January. Let's see here, Leo. Well, for our challenge or focus, we do have 5 of Rods in reverse. So, challenge or focus is an end to a trying period, an end to conflict, an end to disagreements with someone, with something, and this could have been a stressful period. You know, 5 of Rods in reverse means, you know, there's no more left to say. It's kind of like we've argued all the points, we've hammered it all out. You know, but this could be an obstacle in that you're trying to bring it to an end, but someone keeps, you know, you or the other person keeps trying to start an argument or trying to continue an argument or trying to kind of poke, get you riled up, or yeah, you could be doing that or someone else could be doing that here, Leo. So it's like you're trying to leave that behind. You're trying to close the door on. But somebody, yeah, with this rune here could be stubbornly holding on or have to get the last word. That sort of thing. Now we do, you know, it is the month of holidays. A lot of us are going to be around family. So, and it is, especially in the US and UK, a very politically charged landscape. A lot of people on 2 very different sides of issues. So I think that, you know, the holidays could be pretty electric for a lot of people. So, you know, knowing that ahead of time, hopefully you're watching this on, you know, if you're watching this early enough in the month, don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't engage. Don't respond, because it, you know, it will degenerate, you know, and nothing will be gained but, you know, stress and embarrassment and maybe everyone else feeling awkward or uncomfortable. So, yeah, but that's just for some of you. I feel like for many of you, this is the end of a contentious relationship. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it could be. Maybe this is a divorce and you're finally done with the fighting. The arguing is over. The reason I say that is because we've got 2 of Cups here. So this is in the present. So moving into December, like from November to December, you have Gifu as well, which is the partnership rune. So essentially the significant, the rune equivalent of the 2 of Cups So yeah, there's a new relationship or a marriage or, you know, a partnering up, and especially emotionally here, Leo. So maybe it's like, I want to end this so we can, I want to end this argument so we can come together again. So if, you know, I feel like some of you, maybe this is an argument that keeps coming up. If you are married or in a long-term relationship, this is an issue that keeps coming up, and you don't see eye to eye, and you keep disagreeing on it. And, you know, as you move into December, you're like, I don't want this to happen again. And it's going to be a challenge, you know, for it not to. But for others of you, this could be a totally different relationship that you're like, finally, I'm closing the door on that. The divorce is final. The fighting is done. And I can be with my new honey, or, you know, I can, you know, we can get married. I can move a relationship forward that was held up by this previous relationship. The help that's going to be available to you, you do have this star card up here with Gifu, again, partnership rune. So yeah, there's a healing going on through partnership, or healing of a partnership. You know, you may have been at odds or batting heads with your partner, but you're going to be able to overcome that. Those of you that, you know, this was all happening in one relationship, whatever has happened, you're going to be able to get over it. You're going to be able to close the door on that. Not that it won't be tempting sometimes to maybe fall back in pattern, you know, into old patterns, or if someone says you know, just the wrong thing to you at just the wrong time, it could reignite that spark. But now I'm seeing a healing coming in one-to-one relationships, one-to-one partnerships. Those of you that are single, I feel like many of you, if you've recently broken up with someone, you've already got a new honey. But those of you that are single, maybe this conflict is with someone else. You know, again, doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but maybe this is like, you know, just something that may spark up at the holidays. Those of you that are single and looking, I do feel like if you didn't meet someone in November, December looks fantastic. I mean, like the star card is the major arcana wish fulfillment card. So, I mean, it does seem like you may be meeting someone who fulfills some sort of fantasy. And I say that because we got the Seven of Cups here, which also kind of talks about, you know, fantasy. You know, someone who comes in a way that, you know, maybe they look like your celebrity crush, or maybe there's something about them that just like, oh, you know, wouldn't it be so nice if I could meet someone like that? And then they have this quality, or they are that kind of person, or they look like that, or, you know. So I feel like you are, it's a really good month for new partnerships. Really, really good. And strong emotional and physical attraction here as well. And kind of like getting your wish relationship-wise. Whether it's repairing an existing one that's been troubled, or meeting someone new, or taking one to the next level. Some of you may be being proposed to, Leo, or you may be proposing, depending on, you know, if you're male or female, you know, or if you are, you know, in a same-sex relationship, whatever. Some of you, maybe there's proposals coming in December, and, you know, it's a big month to do that. Some people will do that at Christmas. Some people will do that on New Year's Eve, which is, you know, the end of December. So, you may get a surprise, but I think it'll be a surprise, but not really a surprise if the relationship is already to that place here, Leo. Now, some of you may just be trying to leave behind the energy of a past relationship, or, you know, I really want to avoid this relationship repeating those patterns. I want to make sure that this person is not the same kind of person, especially if it's early on in the relationship. You want to make sure that, you know, you're not going to repeat any of those old patterns. But what must be accepted about the month of December? We do have Six of Cups in reverse. So the past, you're not looking to the past. You are totally concerned about the present and the future especially. Leo. And for many of you, this has to do with possibly moving, traveling, saving the money, getting the money to go on a big trip. Maybe you are wanting to do this in December to go home for the holidays, or you are wanting to do this in 2017 and you're trying to figure out, where can I move to where there will be more jobs, or maybe a job that would pay me enough so that I could save money, put back some and save up for this traveling I want to do, or this car that I want. Some of you are getting a brand new car. And maybe it's kind of a big deal because you've always had used cars, or you've always had, you've always maybe been kind of gotten the hand-me-down car. And, in December, you're like, I'm getting a new car for the first time. And, you're really excited about it because for the first time, it's like you drive it off the lot and it's perfect. It doesn't have any of these old issues. It doesn't have, it doesn't have these weird quirks that you have to put a screwdriver in the ignition, to get it to go, that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's really cool, Leo. Now, for some of you, this is just a completely new job offer. It is not connected to the past. It is not, I would say it's not a promotion where you are for many of you, although it could be for some of you. But again, with this card saying totally new, renewal, no connections to the past, not looking backward. Some of you may be kind of embarking on a radically new career direction, and it could involve a move, it could involve travel, it could involve it seems like somebody's becoming an airline attendant. Or, you're like, what, this job, I don't like it. And I would love doing that because, then you get to travel to all these exotic places and as part of the job. And, if you have a day off, you can stay there. I feel like someone's deciding to become, I'm just going to work in air. I'm going to become a pilot. I'm going to get my pilot's license, or I'm going to be, I'm going to work, want to become an airline steward or stewardess or attendant. So that I feel is a very specific message for a few people. But yeah, definitely travel involved with this new gig. And for some of you, this offer is coming in December. So you're either interviewing and then in November or early December, and then you get the news maybe before the holidays, before the end of the year, that you've got this gig, and next year you're going to have to move, or you're going to have to figure out a new place to live. But this seems to be good money with Fehu here, Leo. It's definitely an increase in what you are making. It is, if it's not, it's negotiable, because Fehu is always, it always indicates a good result to negotiations, to conversations, to, that kind of volleying kind of conversations here. So a lot of joy coming in love and money, Leo, in December. And for many of you, it's because you've kind of left a weight behind. You've taken, you're done with this relationship, you're done with that situation, and you've got a new lease on life, both in a new partnership, in a new relationship, and through work. Now, some of you, maybe you moved to a new location already and you have been looking for work, and you finally find something in December. Maybe you moved for a person because you were doing this long distance love kind of thing, and you just decided to move, and maybe you've been looking for work, and finally in December you get news, hey, this is coming, and we're ready for you to start, or we will be after the first of the year. Now the way you end the month, as I touched on this a little bit earlier, we've got 7 of Cups here. And so this is the card that kind of talks about fantasy, like, someone who fulfills your fantasies coming in. This is the card of dreams and illusion. And, things are not what they seem kind of energy, but also just, fantasy, kind of daydreaming, kind of zoning out, being a little lackadaisical. So I feel like you guys are in love. I mean, that's just the overall energy. And again, it's going to be, either someone new, or you're kind of like rediscovering Your partner, your current partner. Okay, just got a very specific message here. I feel like somebody out there, one of you Leos, either you or your partner has like changed something about the way they look, and it really like, you love it. So if maybe your guy shaved off a beard, or maybe he grew a beard and you like, it's really kind of revving your engines, or, you know, maybe your lady got a different haircut, or maybe she's, you know, been dieting and now she's got this new outfit and it's really, you know, she's looking good. And so yeah, there's some kind of new attraction, new level injected to existing relationships. But for many of you, I think it's new love, because with this card, the warning that comes with it is make sure that you're seeing reality. Don't, you know, sometimes when someone fulfills a fantasy, we can start to kind of put, you know, give them traits that they don't really have. We can idealize things about them, especially early on in a relationship. And then, you know, it can be things that, you know, we've read in books. Maybe our book boyfriend was this way, or again, our celebrity crush is this way. It's like, well, you look like him or her. Why don't you act like him or her? Or, you know, why don't you do this like him or her? And it's kind of like, you know, a normal mortal cannot possibly have all these, you know, have all of these traits. You know, so just make sure you're seeing the reality through the fantasy, or that you are coming back to reality here, Leo, because you got a lot of important things going on career-wise, and you don't want to miss out on any of that, or you know, not hear something in a conversation that's important because your head's kind of in the clouds. Now we do have Lagas in reverse here. So that can indicate manipulation. A female who seems like a friend, but then turns out not to be. And it's right next to this Seven of Cups. So for many of you, I think this is tied into the love relationship, especially the new love. For others of you, this could be someone who is, again, someone may not be what they seem. They may be presenting themselves as the best friend, or as somebody who is a fantasy. For you guys, this could be a woman who is like, yes, I am your dream woman. And, you know, peel off the layers and it's, you know, pretty bad. Okay, because I mean, when this rune comes up, it is a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a female, but this rune is generally associated with a more feminine energy. This is a troublesome female. This is someone who is manipulative, emotionally manipulative. So, and you know, she may be very attractive. He or she may be, you know, really rocking it looks-wise, but the insides are ugly. And, you know, I know it's easy to kind of, you know, especially new in a relationship, it's easy and it's very tempting to discount that, because maybe you've been single for a while and, you know, here this person comes and they fulfill all of your physical requirements, and they have other traits that you're looking for. And then to hear that, you know, underneath it all, it may not be so great. Nobody wants to hear that. But, you know, Leo, I got to put it out there with the warning, because that's what these readings are for, you know. Not doing it to burst your bubble, but just really make sure that you're seeing someone for who they are. Don't give them traits that they don't possess, just because that's what you want them to be. See them for who and what they are. And make sure that you're presenting yourself, Leo, as for who you truly are. Because this could be you, you know, doing something as is as seemingly small as, you know, saying you're interested in something, but you're not in the beginning of a relationship. A lot of people do that. Oh yeah, I'm really into this, whatever this person is into, when you really either can't stand it or know nothing about it. You know, be yourself, be authentic, you know, be, you know, there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, I'm not, you know, I've never heard of that, or I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. Maybe you can teach me or show me, or, you know, that's still bridging the gap, or, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like, you know, you have to act like you're an expert in something when you're not. So be authentically you. and see through the illusion that you may even be projecting on someone, Leo, or that someone may be projecting for you and trying to kind of obscure who they really are. Because you're going to get telltale signs of who this person is. You know, this kind of energy, one of the number one things, one of the number one signs of whether someone is, you know, good or bad or in between or, you know, whatever. Check out the other relationships. You know, what are their relationships like with their family? Now, if their family's nuts, of course, you know. But I mean, there's usually at least, you know, they can't all be, right? There's usually one or two decent ones in the bunch. But yeah, if somebody is really isolated from all of their kin, they never see them, never talk to them, talk bad about them, that's a red flag. If they don't have a lot of friends, or any friends, or, you know, particularly of their own gender. Just throwing that out there. If there's a woman who's like, oh, I only get along with men, red flag. You know, same thing with guys, although you rarely see that with guys. You know, sometimes gay guys, I guess. All their friends are women. But yeah, I mean, just really kind of you want to make sure that they have connections, that they are, because what does that tell you? It shows that they are able to build and maintain long-term relationships, not romantic ones maybe, but, you know, maybe they haven't, you know, been in a relationship for a while or you know, if there's been a lot of those though, that's another one. They've been married like 4 or 5 times, you know, definitely pay attention to that. But the friendships, the family relationships are those that take long-term commitment because they're in your life forever, no matter how many times you're married, no matter how many boyfriends, girlfriends you have, whatever. Those people are there, you know, the structure is, or the idea is that that's your tribe, those are your people, they're going to be in your life forever. And if someone can't maintain those, someone can't fix those, overcome obstacles in those relationships over a long period of time, you're probably going to find that they can't do that in any type of relationship, Leo. So that's what I see for December. Again, you may have to take the rose-colored glasses off, but join me over on Vimeo. We will see what Madame Endora's fortune cards, what wisdom they have for you on this, wisdom and guidance for the month of December. I'll see you over there. Happy holidays once again, and I'll see you back here next month.